We went over different types of music and music genres, right? We worked on how to essentially break them down and how to listen to them and stuff like that, and how to move and groove to them, right? Essentially, it's just like how you move and how you groove to the musicality in each different song is how it should be different in your own body. The move I taught for this class was essentially leaders start out in a right to right hand hold. We roll to the shoulder, right, and we catch the other hand. This right hand is coming down, then up, and this left hand is coming towards. Right from here, we can walk it out. Followers can tuck it out, right? Any of those. I will show from this side. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And then walk it out, tuck it out, whatever. Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ready? All right, cool. So with my warm-up, I generally start top to bottom, right? So I start with my head, I look left to right, Making sure and making note of any stretches that you need to lessen on, right? Anything that may hurt in the stretch. Next, I go from side to side, making sure that my shoulder doesn't rise up to my ear, that my head just falls down to my shoulder, right? Then we go into our rotation. Again, making sure you're not raising those shoulders up to your ears, you're just letting your head fall, and then we reverse that rotation. Next, we go to shoulders. I like to do a little squeezing technique where I like to envision there's an orange underneath my armpit and I'm squeezing that for up and down, and up and down, and up and down. Next, I go to shoulder rolls, right? Going forward, making sure that you're isolating just these shoulders. Next, we reverse that rotation. Then we go to our wrists, right? Making sure that we're stretching out our wrists, maybe popping our knuckles if that feels good, stretching out anytime. This is a very crucial part of our connection in West Coast swing, so we gotta make sure that is warmed up. Next, I went to my chest where I like to envision an eyeball opening and then closing in the middle of my chest. So I like to put my hands on my hips just to make sure I'm isolating this, right? This stretch gets better over time the more you practice it, right? Then we go right to left, again putting my hands on my hips to make sure I'm isolating this. And then I go in a circle, making sure I'm stretching out those corners and really getting into my rib cages. And I reverse that rotation. Next, I move to my hips where I put a little bend in my knees and I put my legs just a little bit farther than my shoulders, right? We bend one knee and straighten the other to get a hip pop. This is stretching our hips, right? And then we go into hip rotation, where we again get the rotation both sides and in the corners. Forgot one step. You thrust forward and backward in between those steps to make sure that you're getting both the stretch in your front and the back, right? Next, we went into knee pops. Whether you want to go down low or you want to hyperextend your knees, that is up to you to stretch them out. Next, I went into balance and ankle rolls, right? This is good to test out your balance and also to stretch your ankles. I reverse that rotation, and then I switch to the other foot and do that rotation again. Again, it's another balance method. And then any other thing that I stretch, I tell my students to stretch out, whether it's shoulders, whether it's back or hamstrings, it's up to their discretion. Right, cool. And then the other one. So with the box method, this is usually to help people work out their triple rhythms as well as rolling through their feet. We're gonna start weighted on our left, ready for our right to go. We're gonna step, triple step, triple step, triple step. So I step to my left, I step left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. and it's going in a box, so that this is telling my students to essentially go in that box and learn how to triple in all sides of their foot, right? So from here, this top left, I strike with my toe to then roll to my heel, strike with my toes, roll to my heel, strike with my toe to roll to my heel, strike with my toe to roll to my heel, strike with my toe to roll with my heel, and then I strike with my heel to roll to my toe, and then that is where you get the triple box method. Alright, cool. So the things I was talking about for your dance is, like, first of all, make sure you're dancing for the right mindset when it comes to competing, right? A lot of the times if we enter a competition with bad mindset, then it makes us feel bad, then it makes us dance bad, right? It's almost like a domino effect, right? Some of the things that I do is like, oh, hey, every partner I get is gonna be my best partner, every song I get is gonna be my best song. That can sometimes help, sometimes it doesn't, it's up to you. The next thing that I usually say is that for competition, that making sure, so one of the things I said while we were dancing is that your connection just needs to be a little bit stronger, right? Not only does this make me feel like I can put more into the connection and more play around stuff, but it gives me a good post to work off of as well. It gives followers a good post to play off of, right? They can do a lot of things with a lot stronger posts, right? We also said that towards the start of the pattern, it tends to get more stronger than it does in the middle, right? So towards the middle, it'll start to ease up a bit, especially with like spins and a lot of stuff that maybe goes behind the back, stuff like that. The other things that I was saying before was that with a lot of things, you have to kind of play off your partner, right? So a lot of the things that they're giving you, that you kind of play off of it. You were doing a lot of that in our dance. I just want more of it, right? And I think that's all that I said. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.